Hello everyone, Tina here. I'm back again with another card. It's not a 5 Easy Step card, but it's going to be really cute. We're using some Spellbinders Club kits. We have the large Die of the Month Club kit. It is called Spring Specs. It was so cute. I know there's a lot of inspiration out there using the little spectacles here, but I fell in love with the bunny, and so I'm going to show you a different way to use this die set. As always, I like to be as original as I can, and I hope my card inspires you today. I'm also going to bring in the Spellbinders Clear Stamp and Die of the Month Club kit. We're going to bring in a sentiment from here, and I'm using a stamp set for my background using the Simon Says Stamp Swiss dots. We're going to add some polka dots to the background of our cute little bunny. Now, my idea is to create a pink bunny with flowers on him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do some die cutting and lots of flower die cutting. I love that this set includes a couple of different florals. You can use your favorite one for this card. I'm going to be using this floral, and I'll die cut this out a whole bunch of times with white cardstock. And since I want a spring colored card, we're going to take some, this is Seaside. You could use mint if you wanted to, but I've been loving the blue on the green. But I'm going to use this and cut out the leaf with my Seaside and add a little bit of blue ink to it. What else? While we're die cutting, we'll die cut out our bunny. For my bunny, I'm using chiffon cardstock. It's a really pale, probably one of my favorite colors, a real pale peachy orangey color, and I think I need another sheet. We're going to die cut out the bunny here. We'll cut out the cheeks and the nose with white cardstock. I'm also going to die cut it out with black cardstock because, let me see if I can find a piece. Okay, with black cardstock also, because I'm going to put the black behind the eyes. You don't have to, well actually I don't need it, well, I'm going to put the black behind the eyes, but you don't have to do that. You can just use black foam tape if you have it. And then for the bunny ears, I'm going to cut that out with some alabaster cardstock. So lots of flowers, lots of leaves. Our bunny, we're going to have a pink bunny because we can. And I'll do this die cutting. Oh, flower centers. I can't forget those. We need some flower centers. Okay. We're going to die cut these out with some yellow cardstock. So as many flowers as I cut out, I'm going to die cut out just as many flower centers. I'll run everything through my die cut machine, and in a snap of my fingers, we're all done. Didn't take any time at all for you guys. But trust me, it does take a little bit of time, but that's just the process, right? So I'm bringing in some Distress Oxide ink. I'm using Kitsch Flamingo, and we're going to start by doing a little bit of ink blending on all of my flower centers. We're just going to add a little color. For the most part, our flower center is going to be covering the pink part, but we're going to have little pops of pink peeking out. I'm going to use a finger dauber for these, and I'm just going to add little touches of blue on the edges. So fun and so pretty. It's just going to make them pop. I'm going to clean off my work surface, and then we are going to do something really fun. We're going to add some glue behind the leaves and the flowers, and we are going to layer them over our bunny. Now this is going to look kind of funny, but I think it's going to be really cute when we're all finished. Let's see. If I overlap on the eyes, I'm not worried about it because we're going to run this through the die cut machine one more time. But we're just going to do a little layering. What I'm going to do next is take my bunny die, the face. We're going to do one section at a time, okay? And then I'm going to layer my bunny face back in the die, like so. And then I'm going to run this through my die cut machine, and I'll be right back. I'm going to bring my plates over here so you can see. So these flowers chopped off. Okay, now let's go ahead and remove some of the larger flowers, like this one, and these larger flowers here. Excuse my plates. The eyes I want to pop out. So there's this portion of the bunny. Now we're going to do the same thing to the body portion of our bunny. This one will be a little bit easier to line up because it's open-ended. So I will just line this up here, and then I will run this through my die cut machine. And then I'm going to continue with the ears. Now my ears are done. I do want to mention, since the ears are one piece, you may want to do a little trimming before you run it through. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect, but if you do a little bit of trimming before you add it, like down here, just trim that off. This way, when you add them, that way when you add them, they're not bumping into each other. I'm actually going to tape them down so they're not going to go anywhere. So let's add a little glue here at the top of our bunny body. And we can attach this cute little guy. And then we're going to put the cheeks behind the eyes. This is, again, you don't have to do this. You can just use foam tape if you wanted to. Okay, now as far as my nose goes, I'm going to bring in an alcohol marker. I'm going to use my E11, color it a nice skin tone, and then I'm going to bring in a foam square. We'll put this behind here. Okay, we'll flip it around, and then I can inlay this cute little nose. There we go. Then we can add our ears. I'm going to grab an A2 panel. I lowered the body a little bit more, and then I gave her a little bit of a tilt. Okay, I think our spacing is good. Now we're going to add some glue over the ears, and we're going to add the layering portion here. And we'll add this one over here. There's debossed area, so you know exactly where to put it. Okay, now we can add little dots of glue, and we can add our flower centers. So adorable. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and create our background with our polka dots. So I'm going to be using my Spellbinders Windy cardstock. And we're going to do some heat embossing because I want some white polka dots. If you don't want to do this step, you could use pattern paper. Go through your pattern papers and find a pale blue with white polka dots. I'm going to use my white pigment ink just so I could see where I'm stamping, and if I have to stamp some more, I will. Make sure I get those corners because those are the ones that are going to show. Okay, let's bring in, I'm going to bring in my white. Okay, let's go over these polka dots with white embossing powder. Give it a good tap. I got nice coverage. And then I'm going to use my heat gun, and we're going to melt all this embossing powder. Now I'm going to take this and we're going to put it on the front of our card base. I loaded her up with some foam tape and we're just going to place her on the front of our card. All the way at the bottom, and she should fit beautifully. It's just so sweet. Okay, let's doctor her up. Oh, we need a greeting. Let me go ahead and stamp our greeting. I stamped it with Memento ink. I stamped the greeting that says Handmade, Happiness, Enclosed. And then I'm just going to layer it down here at the very bottom of my bunny. I stamped it on the same alabaster cardstock so it matches our ears, kind of balancing it out. And then just for a little added sparkle, I'm going to bring in my diamond Stickles. And I'm going to add a little extra sparkle because we're not going to add any gems or anything, but I do want to add a little shimmer. So we'll just go over the flower centers. And then that will finish off my card today. I'm not going to add any more gems or bells or whistles because I think there's a lot going on. But flower up your cute little bunny. It's the perfect size, and go crazy with the colors. Bunnies just don't have to be white. I think they could be any color really. But I hope this gives you a little bit of inspiration, something a little bit different to do with the large Die of the Month Club kit from Spellbinders for February. Have a wonderful day. Thanks so much for joining me. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Thanks so much for sticking with me to the end. I have 2 more videos that you guys might be interested here. If you guys are new and like the content that you see, click that subscribe button and also the notification bell. That way for future videos, be notified. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It sure does help the channel. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.